All right, so 14.5, this is the last section in this chapter. We're going to talk about tangents a little bit more. I know that I wasn't here yesterday, or the Friday, you may be watching this right now, but I'll be here Monday, so if you have any questions about all this, we'll figure it all out then, okay? So don't be panicky. Some of the stuff today may help you out also. We've got in the figure below a tangent RP that's a tangent to the circle Q at point R. So we've got a point of tangency at R, we've got center at Q. Find the radius of circle Q. Well, this one would be really easy if this triangle were a right triangle, but remember from the other video that I've got this tangent line running along right there. Let me change colors there. And if I draw a radius from the point of tangency, then I get a right angle, okay? So what that basically means is this is a right triangle. Now be really careful. I may have mentioned this in the other video. This is the hypotenuse. We already know what it is. We're looking for this side over here. So that's going to be like A or B in our equation. I'm going to call it A. So I have A squared plus 24 squared equals 26 squared. Now it's going to be really easy because that's the part we're looking for. So I really have A squared plus 576 equals 676. And then I can subtract 576 from both sides. So A squared equals 100, which means that our A value is 10. Now it says the radius, well that's what we found, is 10. It didn't give us any units. So not a very tough problem. You just have to remember that from that line, that tangent line, from its point of tangency to the radius, it'll be perpendicular. It says find the indicated value. So we got to find a couple of things. First they want us to find x and 2x minus 3. The angle, the measure of angle ABC. They want us to find, it looks like, the length from B to C, and then they want us to find the diameter of circle C, but we can find those pretty easy. There's one that I really want to get first. I'm going to do the measure of angle ABC first. There's another way you could go. You could do the X first, but I like this one because I've got a tangent line, I've got a radius to the center, so I know that's a right triangle. So since it's a right triangle, that means the angle ABC is 90 degrees. It's just a quick way to start. Now, what I also notice is I've got this exterior point A, and it goes to a point of tangency at B and D, which means that these two lines are congruent. So to find x, I take the 2x minus 3, or 13, and I set it equal to 48. Now I have 2x equals, if I add 13 to both sides, I get 61. Then we divide both sides by 2, and I got x was 30.5. So not too tough, pretty easy to do. Now we've got BC to find, and we've also got the diameter, but BC is a radius. So if I can find BC, then I should be able to find everything else. Well, I know CD is also a radius. So you can think of this two ways. You could use this right triangle right there, or you could know that when I plug in my x value, this is 48. But either way you cut it, we're going to be doing some Pythagorean Theorem. Remember, that side is the C. So I have A squared plus 48 squared equals 52 squared. And this is where I'm worried some of you are going to mess up. Make sure you know what side is what. Let's see, that's A squared plus 2,304 equals 2,704. If I subtract that to the other side, I get A squared equals 400, which makes A 20. So my B to C is 20. And if that's a radius, it means my diameter is twice that, which gives me 40. So watch out for those congruent tangents to an exterior point. Remember about the tangent lines and the radius, they're perpendicular. The last one, this one's pretty easy, I think. It says find the perimeter of the polygon that circumscribes the circle. Now remember yesterday, and this happened on the last problem, if I just look at this piece, there's 2 points of tangency. So I got two tangent lines that go from E to those 2 points. So that means these are congruent. So if that one's 3, so is that one. Now you might pause for a second and try this one out, but kind of think about what we just did. H and G and F and G have that same thing. They're congruent to each other, so that's also 1. A, B, and AH are congruent, so that means that's also 3. And B, C, and CD are congruent, which means that's 2. And now it's just a big addition problem, so don't leave anything out. Let's see, I've got 2 plus 2, plus 3 plus 3, plus 1, plus 1, plus 3, plus 3. I believe if you add all those up, you get a perimeter of 18. So guys, this is all just a review, so hold your questions for Monday. Everything will be fine. Don't be worried about it. Just do the homework that you can, and we'll fix it when I get back. So good luck, and I'll see you later.